In the previous video we talked about session logs. Now in this video we'll talk about scheduler. So in the Blue Prism we have a scheduling option which help us to schedule our process on the specific date and time, the daily basis or on any specific date and time. As of now you have executed your process by just dragging a drop to the resource. We have another option that is schedule, that scheduler, where we can set up a date and time with the process, specific process, and then that process will run on the specific date and time on daily basis, on the specific date and time, or monthly basis or yearly basis. So let me show you. So here in the control room, this is the complete part scheduler. Now in the scheduler we can see the reports, we can see the timetables of that schedule, like on what time, when that schedule will run, we can see everything. Now how can we create a schedule? So for that you can see there is one option that is schedules. Now right click on this schedules and click on new schedule. Now here you can see we have the by default name, that is new schedule. Now here you can put your schedule name. So schedule name will be your process name, and then you can put like underscore or hyphen that schedule name. So my process name is Centrix Data Solutions, and now the schedule will be, I want to run daily 1 p.m. So I can put here daily 1 p.m. So this is our IST time, because currently my Blue Prism it has enabled that time, that is IST, but if you are using EST or PST or CST, you have to configure your Blue Prism in that time, and then automatically your Blue Prism will run on the specific date and time based on your system. So currently my this time is 12:51. So I am going to plan for daily 1 p.m. So you can put that details, and now in the description you can put here like run daily basis on 1 p.m. IST, and you can also put your description of this process, like this process will run. Now here we have an initial task. Currently it is showing new schedule, new task. So task will be the part of schedule. So we have only one task currently, new schedule, new task, and this schedule you can see here. If you click here you can see this. Let me first complete this part and then I will come to the new task option. And here in the schedule option we have runs. It means we have all the options: once, weekly, hourly or minutely, monthly, daily or yearly. So if you want to run your project only once today, you can set up that once. You can put the date starts on the specific date and you can put the time. So it will run only one time on that specific time, and then after that that will not run. Now if you want to run daily basis, so you can click on daily, and then daily basis, if you want to start from today or tomorrow, you can select a date and time, like I want to start from today on this time. So I can put here 13 means 1 p.m. right? And now we have another option that is expires on never. So if I want to set up my schedule that doesn't expire, so I can click here never. If I want to set up my schedule to expire after 1 month or after 1 year, I can also put here like expire on. After 1 month I want to expire this schedule, so I can go and select any date. So automatically that schedule will be expired and that will not run on that specific date and time. Now here we have run daily every 1 day. So if you are putting daily, so every 1 day, if you will put here 2, so every 2 days, it means alternate days you will able to, or this schedule will run. So you can select like that. If you want to run weekly basis, you can select weekly, and then here we have option on Thursday run weekly on only on Thursday weekly basis, or on the first or last work day in the calendar, you can select here. Now here we have a yearly basis, so every 1 year, every year it means every January 2021, every January to 2022, like that you can select here. We have monthly option, so every first month on 17th date, every month, it means every first, every month it will run on 17th date, it means today's date. So in the next month, it means in the July, it will run on the 17th July, then August, so 17th August. So you can set up like this on the specific date and time. Currently I am going to set up here only once, and time will 1 PM, 13 means 1 PM. Now apply changes here so that I can go to the next part. Now here we have a new schedule, new task that we have selected in the initial task. Now initial task means whatever things will be setting up in the initial new task will be executed here, because this is the part of this schedule. So first initially this task will be executed. So we are going to this, and now here we have a new schedule, new task. So you can put the detail of that one, like what will be the task. So you can write here, I want to just run Centrix main process. If you want to run like in a different way, if you want to run first add items to the queue and then you want to execute complete process. So what will happen? First initially add items to queue process will be executed, and once that will be completed, then other things, it means other process will be executed. So we have that option here. You can create one more task and you can set up like this. So first let me show you how to schedule this. So here we can put Centrix underscore main process. This is just name. You can put the description. Now on complete, so on completion of this process, I want to stop my process. Okay, if you don't want to stop, you need to select something else. So currently we are not getting any other option here, but I will show you. Now on exception, do you want to abort? So yes, if we are getting any error, process will be aborted. Now here we have available process and here we have available resources. So click on here and click on this. Now which process you want to schedule? So I want to schedule this process, Centrix data solutions. So I am going to select that, or like you can say drag and drop to the specific process, a specific resource that you want to set up here. So it means I have set up here. Now you can see scheduled session. I want to run this process on this specific resource. If you have multiple, you can choose your specific resource and you can drag and drop that process to the specific resource. And now you can see here. Now apply changes. So here you can see, by this way we have scheduled this process to run once at today's this time 13, and if you want to run this, you can just right click on this your process, this schedule, right click and run now. Here we have a other option. We can create a new task. Your task is this one, and you can delete this schedule. If you want to delete, you can delete. You can retire this. Retire means if this schedule is not in use, you can retire this one. Once you will right click and retire this, it will move to the retired schedule, and now you will not getting in the schedule option. You will be getting only in the retired schedule here, and this schedule will not run on the specific date and time. Now you can unretire, so it will move to the specific schedule option. Now the other option we have clone. It means if you want to copy the same process, same schedule, and you want to make another copy of that, you can click on clone. So it will create a copy of that specific schedule, and you can create another schedule there. and you can click on run now to run that process. Now I want to just clarify one thing here, that I am using here learning edition, so I will not able to run schedule in my system, and also I am not using BP server, so I will not able to run that. But this will help you to understand the schedule process. It means by this way you can schedule your process on the specific resource on the specific date and time, and by that way automatically your schedule will run there. If there is an error and if you want to run that schedule manually, so you can right click and run now, so it will run there. Now if I am going to take one more task, and you can see here now we have another task, that new task here. Now let's say this is for add items to queue and this is for main process. Let me change this and you can understand like this. Let's say I want to first run add items to queue, so I will first run this. After adding items to queue, I want to run main process, right? And now you can set up like this. You can understand here, my initial task I want to run only add items to queue, not main. Directly I don't want to run main, I want to first start my process with the add items queue. So what will happen, whenever your process will be scheduled, your process will be executed on the specific date and time, daily 1 p.m. So what will happen, first it will take initial task. It means first this task will be executed. This task means what will happen, in this task whatever process you will be putting here, if you have applied add items to queue here, then add items queue will be executed here, and here you can see we are here. So once this add items to queue, this process completed, so on complete, what you want to do you want to stop that? No, in this scenario I don't want to stop, because after adding items to queue I want to run my main process so that I can process all the pending queue items. So I will click on complete and I can choose my process. So I want to process this one. So what will happen, first let me first apply changes. First it will start add items to queue, and on completion of this process my main process will be automatically started, and here you can put here the second, like after post completion delay second. If you want to put some delay, so it will wait for some time after completion of this queue, and then it will start this processing, right? Now after completion of this one, now we are here. So after completion of main, do you want to run any other process? Like, do you want to run a process which can export items to the items to Excel somewhere? So you can run a new, or if you want to just stop that process, so you can choose stop and then apply changes. But now this is the main, so again we need to set up this one here. Okay, so this is the main process, and this is our, currently I have only one, but you will have add items to queue, a different process, so you can set up like that, right? But if you have only one process that has everything included, like add items to queue and your main process, everything is there, then no need to add multiple tasks. You need to add only one task that will say that, you know, initial task will be your main process, and on complete stop. That's it. So by this way you can schedule that. Now one more option I can show you here, that we have option only on days in the calendar. Let's say if you are working for a company where the company they are saying that I want to run my process only on Monday to Friday. I don't want to run my process on Saturday and Sunday. So what you can do here, and also they are saying that I don't want to run my process where we have a holiday, public holiday. Like if you are working for a USA, if you are working for any other company, USA, London, like that, so you can choose their calendar option, their holiday calendar, and then you can, you know, set up like so your schedule, your process will not run on the specific date and time. Now here you will select that only on days in the calendar, and then you will select this working week / no holiday. It means you want to run only on the working weeks, not on the holidays. Now let me apply changes, go to the systems, and in the system here we have one option, that is calendar. So in the calendar, now here you can see we have these weekdays and these 2 weekends. It means if we'll go with this one, your process will not run on Saturday and Sunday. If we'll go with this, let me save this and go to control room, schedule, and you can see 17th, 18th, we have 2 schedule, but on 19th and 20th, it means Saturday and Sunday, it will not run. Again it will start from Monday. You can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but it will not run on Saturday, Sunday. Now if we go to the system and then click on calendar again, now here we have an option, we can choose public holidays. It means if you are working for England or you are working for USA, you can choose USA, and now here we have all the public holidays. And so let me find out what is the date of this new year day or like these things. So if you want to see the date, you can click on show next holidays, and you can see now today is 17th June. So here you can find out 5 July. So 5th July we have an Independence Day in USA. So I don't want to run my process on the 5th July 2021. So I will go to the control room now and click on schedule, this schedule, and then find out here, go to the July, go to July calendar, 5th July. You can see even we have Monday, but it will not run because this is the public holiday in USA. So you can set up these things, and that will help you to schedule this one. Now here we have a scheduler, you can activate this one, and it has automatically these things written. If resource is offline, it will retry the same things after 5 seconds. If retry an offline resource at maximum of 10 times, only 10 times. If you want to set up this, that you want to retry 5 times, if your resource is offline, retry only 5 times. If no, then leave it. So you can apply these things here, apply. And now here in the calendar you can find out one more option. Here we can see if you have any other holiday like any party or something, you don't want to run your process on the specific date and time, and those things are not written, not available in these things, then you can select a specific date and you can add to this option. So what will happen, it will consider as a non-working days. So on 8th June, at 18th June it will not run. Today is 17th, so Friday I don't want to run this, so I will select here. You can add multiple here also, you can add here, and you can see 18th June this schedule will not run. So you can now go to the control room, click on schedule, and you can find out here Friday, now it will not run. So this is the complete tutorial of schedules in the control room, how to schedule on the specific date and time. So I hope you like this. In the next video, we'll start with the work queues.